Hello and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator. When we last left off, we had decided to do the playground. I'll do the dirt bike eventually. I might do it not super long after this. Okay. So we're going to start immediately on the 25-degree nozzle. Not even in a start 40. It's faster this way. And I distinctly remember this one being kind of a pain. So we want to get as much as done as quickly as possible in the first pass. We don't have to worry about doing additional passes needlessly. Okay. Like, instead of going around the, going around and cleaning the mat immediately, we'll clean it as we go. I know I tend to try and segment clean, but as the areas start getting bigger, it makes a lot more sense to just kind of not do that. That way, it's fairly easy to get a ton done in the first pass. It's super tempting to want to segment this. I know I certainly want to. I will say it again though, it would be nice if there were music in the game. If for no other reason than to kind of cut through the monotony. There aren't a ton of sounds going on, unfortunately. It would be nice to have something to kind of keep you company. Especially given that it is currently nearly 3 in the morning when I'm recording this. Because as it turns out, I am inclined to gremlin hours. Let's get out here. Not just to get the water, to get those little fiddly bits that I'm missing because they're too low. There we go. Awesome. Clean this up while we're here. Because it very much is in the section that we're in. It's a tic-tac-toe game. I'm realizing, actually, that the playgrounds that I grew up on didn't actually have stuff like this. And either it's an easy commentary on how I grew up, or a heavy commentary on the fact that the 90s was a very weird time. I'm actually inclined to say that the 90s were a very weird time. I mean, they were. Being completely honest here, the 90s was a very weird time. Okay. All three poles clean. Blocks are still filthy though. I want it to kind of play around with the idea of maybe, I don't know, I don't want to give the impression that doing multiple games per week is necessarily an option, which I would love for it to be, but I've mentioned before, you know, my time is partially limited because it's very easy for me to burn out of things, and this is being a hobby, I don't want to burn out of this. I'm having fun doing this. The last thing I want is for something that I do to relax to start feeling like a chore. And I'm being completely honest here, I do this to relax. It's nice to sit down and play video games with people. In these parts. That's all of them done. But yeah, no, I do this for fun. I'm not doing this for monetary gain. This will never be a job. As neat as the prospect sounds, I know that the minute I turn this into a means of monetary gain, I'm going to lose interest in doing it. Which is probably why, as much as I adore the idea, I probably won't go back to doing art professionally. Or graphic design, I should say. Because, yeah, no, it was tedious in a lot of really not great ways. Uh, uh, I was being weirdly fussy. Let's keep going here. But yeah, I know that the first chance, the first time I kind of attempt to turn this into a career as opposed to just something that I do for fun is the moment that I'm going to burn out. And I don't want that. You know, I want to be able to kind of relax and play kind of the way I want to. And I kind of hope people understand that. We live in a very hustle-oriented culture, unfortunately, where it's kind of go, 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 do, do, do. It's super tempting to, turn your hobbies into a means of making money, but not really healthy for you. Get 1,000,001 people telling you that you should totally do this. And, there's the age-old adage of, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I don't really subscribe to that ideology. Do something you love, sure, but don't monetize your hobbies. It's not great for you. I think maybe we should go up. This is probably, you know, realistically speaking, a terrible way to clean this. I feel like soap should be involved. And maybe I'll do that, because I did buy the soap dispenser. Actually, look at cleaning liquids. They're not terribly expensive. It's just you don't, you know, get a ton. Let's buy a couple. One each of those. Let's plastic with the multi. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. We are going to do that. We're gonna go back to that because I don't want to blow through the soap because you only get so much soap every so often. The last thing I want is to kind of find myself in a situation where I really need soap and not have it. So we're actually going to avoid using soap at the moment. It'll be good for going back over things and, you know, kind of pulsing at it, but we'll save it. Okay. Yep. Okay. Just that one needs to be cleaned a little more. There we go. Right. Clean this a little more. I feel like they've gone after this just like taking gobs of mud. Feels like it's the only logical explanation for how filthy some of this stuff is. Just quantity of dirt on these buildings on the stuff in this game makes no logical sense. But, you know. I'm just here to get paid to clean. If we can't get something ticked off really quickly. There we go. Good. I've been thinking a little more about what game I want to play outside of this. Because generally speaking, this is going to be a fairly short series. The episodes are going to be really long as a result, because I don't want to break up the, I don't want to break up the cleaning sessions. I would actually prefer to keep them all together, so, you know, you're not part, no, the playground part 1, the playground part 2. I'm not entirely certain how well that translates, though, as a result. I do acknowledge that it'll probably be a bunch of really long episodes as a result, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that's too big an issue. But I was thinking, I think I said this before. I think I said it already. I was thinking of playing a short hike after this. Because it's a cute little game. It's also really short. I think it's kind of a series that, a game that can be played in very short order. Go back under here. Mm. Mm. Clean that. Let's go back. We got all that. I know I said that I was going to play, or at the very least was thinking of playing the Lego Batman series, and I do want to, because I did enjoy the games. But I'm also thinking again of what other games might translate to do this well, and wonder if I have Abzu, and I wonder if that would play well. But I've also not played Abzu. I think I tried to, and I think it it was either being really fussy or something else. I don't quite remember. I also kind of want to play Devil May Cry, partially because I haven't played it in forever. I've got the first three. Would also cheer the nearest cat Ulysses is in middle town and look out for him. And for the festival, we won't have spring until he's put that hat on. Hey. To be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I would miss. Okay. Incidentally enough, I do believe Ulysses is the cat that we saw on that roof while we were cleaning the house. As long as it's not a Kosha situation, I'm good. And 10 points to anybody that gets that reference. But I do want to have a proper sit down, like I said I would, and look at all the games that I have. Because I have quite a few. I also have some duplicates. And figure out what would be good to play for the channel. And see also what would be good for potential streaming on the channel. And if I do stream, I think I'd like to do it on Fridays, maybe? Friday feels like a good streaming day. I mean, if you're gonna stream on any day, I feel like it should be a Friday or a Saturday. So I think something else I'm going to do is I think I might have a queue list, maybe as in the community tab, so people can know what's coming up next, and I have to make a definitive decision about it. Because I've found that giving myself too much freedom means that I end up with decision paralysis, and I don't get anything done as a result, which is a little frustrating. But you know, brains are gonna brain. Let's keep going this way. That one's got a lot of grime and detritus on it. Put down. I don't know why I do that. Well, still very dirty. Guess more than anything, it's kind of just checking to make sure that I'm getting those little nooks and crannies. You'll be looking for a spot of dirt, and it'll be something so small. Like the corners of boards. Yeah, like these handholds. So I think they're all technically just the climbing wall, so I don't think it matters as much. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we're over here. Let's get as much of that as possible. It would also be nice if you could get in here a little better. I think that's going to be the best we can do there. Sure we're not clipping on the slide. Didn't remember that being an issue I was having. Just kind of getting stuck in random places. From under the slide. I remember when I was a kid, we had this playground, and this was kind of, this being the 90s, this was before a lot of places started using plastic slides. Plastic slides were kind of for the itty-bitty babies, and this slide was steel, and I remember spending countless hours just kind of laughing off on the slide. And I remember one of the big accomplishments was being able to do flips, holding onto the slide poles. I kind of miss that. I was never able to do it though. That was excuse me. That was something that the bigger kids did, and by the time I probably would have been able to do it, they kind of tore that part of the park down. They replaced it with a plastic jungle gym setup, which is fine. But what nobody ever tells you is plastic slides collect a wicked amount of static. I mean, probably better than the first degree and second degree burns you would get from a steel slide on a really hot summer day, but, you know. we go. A little anecdote from your friendly neighborhood captain. I had a very weird childhood. Because, like I said before, the 90s were a very weird time. I'm old enough to remember when hit clips were a thing. I remember when they first came out. It's a really weird segue, I'm sorry. There we go. Get as much of that clean as possible in this first pass. Something I'm looking forward to doing, though, because it was actually kind of fun. Clean. Looking forward to doing the bathroom. It's a pretty sizable area, but it was nice. It was kind of a nice sort of repetitiveness. Not that, you know, this is bad or anything, it's just a different sort of repetition to it. Hmm. I do appreciate that they kind of like lock these out. Makes life a lot easier. But given the circumstances, I know I said I wanted to do, I didn't want to section the videos off. I didn't want to, make it so, you know, there are parts to areas, but I think given the circumstances, I may have to start doing that. don't mind having long videos, but we are coming up on like 50 minutes, and I'm not even halfway done. And I want to, I want to be thorough, and I want to be able to sort of be able to pick up and put down one area at a time. But I'm also recognizing that it may just be in my best interest to section the really big areas. Like, I know there's a skate park. That's a really big area, and I think when I played through it on my own, it took nearly 2 hours. It took 2 hours. It took a while. So maybe I'm gonna have to walk back the statement of I'm going to do one full area per video. Um, that just may not be feasible. Or at the very least, it may not be reasonable. Let's see if we can't get to 40% and call it at 40%. That way, a decent amount's getting done in one go. But it's not, 2+ hour video. I think that sounds reasonable. Um, okay. Doc gave your details to a colleague who needs a hand with her new place in the suburbs. It's old to death place, so I hope I missed that. But actually, that is where we're going to call it for today. So I have been Dark Knot. This has been PowerWash Simulator, and when we come back, we are going to continue on with this area. And if you enjoyed this video or any of the videos in the series, please consider giving this a like, consider giving the channel a subscription, and consider hitting the notification bell so you know when I upload, even if it is super, super frequent. I also have a coffee. You can find me at coffee.com/dorknot if you are so inclined to leave a tip. Uh, it is appreciated, but please don't feel obligated. Uh, but until next time, come see me again, won't you? Bye.